Hey, sirs, it's your hockey Jesus with game 74 Pittsburgh Penguins at the New York Rangers. Well, David, I tested the music. You should be hearing it now. I really hope you're hearing it. If you're not, I don't know what to say. Shoot me a DM. Let me know what the hell is going on. But hopefully, all the technical difficulties are worked out. I can tell you the Pittsburgh Penguins worked out their technical difficulties tonight. 5-2 winners at Madison Square Garden. God, does Sid just love to play at the Garden. I'll tell you what, if he ever played for the Rangers, which I hope that never happens, he would just kill it there. Rangers fans would love him, but that ain't going to happen. Look, get on the porch. Let's talk about the Pens. They still got an uphill battle, but boy, they played well tonight. Grab a brew and jump on the porch. Let's go now. Well, Pittsburgh Penguins fans, I am just thrilled to tell you that the Pittsburgh Penguins have won tonight, and it was just an incredible game. Look, I was watching probably the first two periods with you guys as you were on the porch with my buddies Mark and Chris. You know us. We're on the porch. If you subscribe to the Hockey Jesus, you should check out the Sports Porch. We're on at 7:30 to 8:30 every Monday night. That's why I was kind of giving some illustrations of what was going on in the game in the first two periods. So you know pretty much what happened in the first two periods, but let's do a recap anyway, shall we? The Penguins just get off to a great start, scoring in the first minute of the game. That's the way you do it. That's the way you get moving in Madison Square Garden. And Sidney Crosby follows it up later in the period with a goal that was, ooh, man, I didn't go back and look at the replay again, but looking at the replay while we were going live there, I'm telling you, it was a skate blade thickness that was barely touching the blue line. They really looked at that for a very, very, very long time. I'm going to pull up some stats here while I could keep talking to you guys. But hey, you know what? If you don't have it, you should definitely do the Pens app. The Pens app is one of the best apps that's out there. It definitely allows you to see a recap of all the games. I love it. It's really fantastic. So with the touch of a button, I can see what the hell is going on here. So yeah, Sidney gets that second one. And look, hey, Sidney Crosby gets his third point tonight. He's got 82 points on the season. He has tied Wayne Gretzky. I think I said 14 games, 19 seasons. 19 seasons in a row, Sidney Crosby has scored 82 points or more. That is tied Wayne Gretzky. I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to talk about next year because I still want to talk about this year. But that is just an incredible feat by an incredible human and just a great all around guy and one of the best hockey players this town has ever seen. Sidney Crosby was possessed tonight. You could tell he just wanted to prove a point that we can beat the Rangers still. And he was right. I mean, they really came at it. So third period comes around. What happens? Bemstrom basically scores on a breakaway. I don't know the jabroni who coughed the puck up there at the blue line. Kind of looked like Letang-esque against Columbus Blue Jackets, but it was a breakaway, and he buried it. You know, Bemstrom, we got to be careful because I think if he scores more than 5 goals or more, we got to give a higher draft pick. I think it becomes a third draft pick instead of a sixth draft pick. I love Bemstrom, and you know what? I think Sully played him well tonight. I don't. I'm usually a Sam Poulin guy. You know, I want the young guys coming up. You know the way I feel about the young guys, but I think tonight was a smart play with playing Bemstrom. He was a little hungry tonight, and he definitely buried that goal to go 3-0. And of course, you know the Rangers were going to start coming after that, and they did. Capo Caco gets a goal. Actually, what a great save by Ned, but he saved it in the net. That's a goal, unfortunately, for Ned. Look, Ned was great tonight. I'm a big Ned fan. I told you that from the very beginning. With tonight's win, he actually has a winning record now in goal. I think it's like 14-13 or something like that. Um, we don't count overtime losses. An overtime loss is a loss. I know he has probably a couple overtime losses or shootout losses in there. 14-13. We don't go the -2, whatever that crap is. That's not what we do here on the porch. The hockey Jesus will never use that. 14-13. But Ned gets onto the winning side of things tonight with a solid effort. He really had to withstand some tough shooting there. Roslovic gets a kind of a cheap goal, but bounced, and he made every effort and he got it right in the back of the net. Letang couldn't get over there. Those boards are active there in New York. Everybody knows it. But so 3-2, you're like, oh man. And honestly, I wasn't that worried. Normally, I'm like, okay, here comes the meltdown. It's coming, and the meltdown's coming. I just felt differently about this team. They look like everybody. I mean, even Smith was very active tonight. And I don't know if maybe that's just getting away from the Gino line. I think Gino's kryptonite to some guys. I'll be honest with you. They put Rax there with Bunning. Bunning did actually play tonight. No wonder why I said Bunning wasn't playing because he was sick, because he was playing with Gino. And that's the line you go to disappear. I swear to God. Like, just as far as that goes, Gino just makes players just disappear sometimes. And that's what happened to Bunning tonight. Didn't really have a great game, but they had Drew O'Connor not on the top line, which I thought was interesting. They had Drew O'Connor with Lars Eller. I like that. I think that could work. I mean, I think Puljujärvi was there sometimes, and Puustinen was there. So I think I just love the way these guys are playing. Look, anytime Puustinen gets the puck, watch him. He is such a fast skater, and he is not afraid to shoot. I think he makes a difference in the third period when they need to get that puck out of the zone and they can't shoot it out. He can skate it out, no doubt about that. And I honestly, I'm just so thrilled the fact that the Penguins just really played a great game tonight against the Rangers. But let me tell you some problems, and I hate to do this because I just want to end the broadcast here, but I do have to give you some bad news as far as what's happening. Look, the New York Islanders, Philadelphia Flyers, Detroit Red Wings, Washington Capitals. I didn't even bring in the Devils. I probably should have brought in the Devils, and the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're all shooting for this playoff spot, right? Right now, Philly's in. They got an overtime loss tonight, so they get a point, but they're at 83 points. Detroit got plus 2 points tonight, so they jump up to 82. They tie the Capitals, but you know what? The Capitals have 9 games remaining. Detroit has 8 games remaining. Capitals didn't play tonight. And Pens play tomorrow. This game against New Jersey, they only get bigger, by the way. Every time they win, the games get bigger for them. But look, I don't know how they're going to make up 5 points, which basically is 3 wins in 8 games remaining. Let's assume the Capitals are going to get in. How are they going to do that? The only way they're going to do that is if Philly goes, basically 4-2. If Philly goes 3-3, they're probably not going to make the playoffs. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're going to make it. The Islanders, 79 points, they're 2 points ahead. They could still hold pace with the Islanders and lose it. The Pens are absolutely going to have to go 7-1. There's no room for error here, people, because if everybody else goes 5-3, that's only 2 games. If Detroit goes 5-3 and the Pens go 7-1, they're out. They're not going to make it. So that means Detroit's got to go 4-4. The Pens got to go 7-1 still. That's what it takes to make it. It's going to be very difficult. But look, if they play every game like tonight, Sid's never going to give up. I'm sorry. He just the guy just does not know how to quit playing good hockey. He loves the playoffs. He even says anytime you miss the playoffs, it's just heartbreaking for him because there's nothing like playoff hockey. And the Penguins are going to have to play playoff hockey for the remaining 8 games if they're going to want to have a chance at getting to the playoffs. So the beard stays. And I'll be back tomorrow night because the Pittsburgh Penguins are in New Jersey. It's probably a short subway ride. I doubt they're taking this subway over to New Jersey. They're probably getting on a bus. I doubt they're getting on a plane. You think they're getting on a plane? Probably not. They're probably on a bus. Hop on over to New Jersey. They may be staying at the same hotel for all I know. But they win tonight. Pittsburgh Penguins, 5-3 winners. New Jersey came on late, but 2 empty netters, one by Brian Rust, one by Sidney Crosby, the sealant that saved the game. I don't think we'll see Ned tomorrow. I think hopefully Jari's not going to be sick. Maybe look for a call-up from Bloomquist. Doubt it's going to happen, but you never know. Stranger things have been known to happen. So, the Pens are still in it. The beard is still on. And you know what that means, Pittsburgh Penguins fans. You have to keep the faith and say it loud and say it proud. Let's go Pens.